My name is Nyvorth Prak, nicknamed Ny, N-Y like New York. You'll hear that from me in my phonetics when I'm talking to people, because it's a weird name, so people always ask me, how do you pronounce it? So there it is. I am in the maintenance manager position at Kirkhill. My role here as a manager is basically, I see myself as a solution finder, personally and professionally, to lead by example for my kids and also for my teammates here that work for me, my direct reports. To see them succeed is what drives me. What I believe is that anyone could be in my position if given the right opportunity and guidance. And that drive is what allowed me to actually go to school, raise my kids, be in the position I am now. Without that drive, I wouldn't be able to actually make it through the struggles, the adversities that life throws at you. If you don't have a struggle to reflect to, you won't appreciate your success as much anyway. So I learned that as an adult, that's how life works. After the genocide in Cambodia, we all went to the Thai refugee camp. So in 1986, we were granted asylum. I landed in the soil of the United States in San Francisco, of all places, without speaking a word of English. Needless to say, we dealt with a lot of different contrasts between a third world country and a first world country as far as the pace goes, as far as the laws, as far as the policies and whatnot, and not knowing any of it enough to know if we can actually prosper in a place like this. So the first event that we dealt with where I had to grit was watching my dad almost get murdered. It turns out the American dream sometimes turns out to be a nightmare for most folks. My dad was basically the pillar of our family, but seeing the pillar crumble like that at a young age dealt a real mental blow to me. That was the biggest adversity I faced in my life. For many years, it was actually a roadblock for me, from elementary school all the way to high school, until I broke out of it on my own as an adult, breaking the cycle of the stress that he went through. And when I tell you this story about him almost getting murdered, I'm not telling it from second-handed. I was actually there when it happened. So the adversity that we dealt with after that was a lot of psychological damage, a lot of mistrust in the actual society itself. We had a stained image of America. You know, in the inner city, I didn't think I would make it to 21. All the things that I've seen, the environment I was in, the misdirection, the misinformation, the propaganda that was actually happening within the inner city led me to believe I had no hope at all. So 21 years old was not something I thought I was going to see. But then when I passed 21 years old, I was like, hey man, I'm still here. What am I? You know, so I guess it's not true. Let me see what this does, and let me see what this leads to. That's where the adventure started. You know, so it's called a journey for a reason. You know, the steps along the way you have to learn from them, good or bad. I started off as a cleaner in a production team when I was young, many years ago in Compton, of all places, in a roofing plant. So I started working there as a cleanup person for the machines they had, and then quickly elevated to a supervisor. And then one day I was introduced to lean manufacturing, Six Sigma, and they asked me if I wanted to take training to be more efficient, and I did so. Having conquered that and understanding the data behind it, and that's why I'm always data-driven, I started to see there was a gap in maintenance on the maintenance team. Things were not repaired correctly. It was just bandaged enough to actually make the quota for the day. So day in and day out, this would happen, and it didn't seem to change. So what I ended up doing was started reading the manuals to my machines myself and understood how it ran. If there was any way I could make it more efficient or optimize the production for the machines itself without doing anything maintenance-based. Aside from learning hands-on, you have to get the core fundamentals of the equipment you're working on, first and foremost. And I would say learn how to learn some critical thinking, and also learn how to resolve conflicts also. But I would say this, and to draw younger folks in, that it's a great career field. Those young folks out there looking to explore this profession, maintenance will be the only, in my opinion, long-lasting position in a place like this, because you will need hands-on repairs of machines. Even the smartest PLC is going to need a human being to actually reprogram and edit. So this is going to be a very lucrative position in the future. Anything else administrative based, like writing and things of that nature, AI can do that. Technology is going to create new jobs and take away a lot of jobs currently. But I don't think we're going to be able to take away the human element of repairs and maintenance. There's that glimmer of hope for everyone looking for a long-lasting profession that's going to be lucrative for your family.